Hey guys, Matty Wolin from shutterrunner.com and welcome to my tutorial on creating a vignette. So there are a million tutorials online of how to create a vignette. What's special about mine is that it makes use of the Nik Color Efex Pro 4 Midnight plugin. So what's cool about this plugin is not only will it darken the image, but it'll also create kind of a cool softening effect. So if you don't know, a vignette is a post-processing technique that is used to draw a viewer's attention towards the center of the frame by creating a darkened edge around the photo. So what I've created here is an action that takes the midnight filter and then applies kind of a gradually softening of or lightening of that effect towards the center of the frame. So this action is available on my website at shutterrunner.com. You can also, if you're interested on the details, I'll walk you through right now each of the steps that happen within the action and how this vignette actually works. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the steps here. I'm going to play them for you one by one right now. First being the merge visible step. So just going to create a new layer to work with here. The next step is actually applying the midnight filter from Nik Color Efex Pro 4. You'll need to download this, the whole Color Efex Pro 4 suite, which is free by the way, in order to run this action. So let's go ahead and apply the midnight setting. So this will take a few seconds here. While that's happening, I'll explain to you what's going on. It's just running the midnight setting with totally default settings. You'll see it really does create a darker image and also kind of applies a blur similar to what you'd see in like a multiply layer setting in Photoshop. So this is what it looks like. It's a bit strong of a filter there, but we'll dial it back at the end. So let's keep going now with the steps in this action. The next being creating a mask. So that'll just create a mask on top of the midnight setting. We're going to invert it, so we're back to what the photo looked like originally. Just created an all black mask. We're going to create a selection here. So this is where the magic starts to happen. So I've selected the whole mask, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transform that selection. So if you look here, I've got I have the settings to 50% the width and 50% of the height. So I've just created a rectangle with the same ratio as the original photo, but halfway along the width and halfway along the height, and now I've centered that. So now I'm going to go ahead and invert that selection. So now I've selected, just like I described the way a vignette works, I've selected the outer portion of the photo, and I'm going to go ahead and feather this. So what feathering does, and it's a 200 pixel radius setting. So I'm going to feather the selection, meaning that I'm going to apply a sort of gradient of the selection so that the effect will be stronger on the outside, and as it kind of works its way in, the effect will start to fade. So that's what that did. I did 200 pixels, which seems to do well for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill the mask with white, and there you go. So that's created the midnight effect there, and this is what I call my midnight vignette. Now I'm not done yet. The last step here is for the user to choose the strength of the vignette that they want. I definitely wouldn't leave it at 100% in almost any scenario, but it is kind of up to you to decide, to your taste and for the particular photo, how strong you want the effect. In this case, I kind of like the way it looks, around 50%. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it right about there. So again, thanks for checking out my tutorial. For more tutorials, check out my website at shutterrunner.com, and you can also download this Photoshop action there. Thanks again.